Was it don't work with children and animals?
Yeah,
don't work with silage harvesters
don't take
either.
harvesters either. Especially in poached fields.
Got this feeling inside that I can't put aside because I want you. Although I thought I was fine when I left you behind, I know I love you. I got this feeling inside that I can't put aside because I want you. Although I thought I was fine when I left you behind, I know I love you.
This time last year.
He was, this is last year.
That's a new harvester since then?
Yeah.
What was the thoughts and changing? You only had that other one a year, was it?
2 years.
2 years?
2 years, yeah.
What was the thoughts and changing?
I suppose warranty and reliability, and look, we've been changing every 2 years for the last good while, and it just seems to work. They have customers lined up for my harvester, and it works for them and works for me.
Yes.
So, and I went for the hard rocks this time. The premium liners, so in theory, the wearing parts for the last 5 years.
Right, okay.
So you're not under the same pressure to change that going forward. So I don't want to.
Well, if you're buying a harvester with 5 years wearing parts, does that mean you're going to hold on to that one for 5 years? Then no.
I don't know. I might. If you can't find a customer, I will.
Oh, so you're only trading this and then because you have another man lined up for it, or your salesman has?
Well, he kind of has, because I suppose, look, trading a 2-year-old machine worth of this size in, he nearly has to be fairly sure he has somebody to buy it.
Yes.
Because he can't afford to have it sitting there, to be fair. So he generally does have somebody lined up. But it's getting harder because machines are getting so expensive.
Yes. Well, the class does seem to be the harvester of choice down around here, but as the 990 would be rare enough, would it?
There's a few of them around here now. There are 2 new ones sold this year down here, and my trade-in is gone to Tipperary. 970s would be the most popular size down here.
Okay. The 970 seems to be a very popular sort of, even up with us, she just seems to be that nice size and not stupid power, but enough power.
Look, maybe they're right, maybe 990s are too big, I don't know. But just in the heavy crops, it's nice to have a bit of extra power.
What are the changes from your old 990 to this one, or is she just the exact same machine?
She's basically the same machine. The only big changes, I've the premium liners in her, as regards technical stuff. There's very little difference. A few changes now to things like the header. I can change the ratios of the speeds of the auger and the tines. But other than that, she's basically the same machine.
There's no changes down the throat to deal with the new style header? Same feed rollers?
Same feed roll, same everything else, yeah. I think all those changes are going to come in the new generation of harvester.
Yes.
Whenever that comes. To be fair, all that is very good in these harvesters now anyway.
Is this not... It's sort of a secret, but it shouldn't be a secret by the time this comes out. This new style header?
Yeah, it's a secret at the moment. But
secret in it. What's your thoughts on her so far?
Not a lot of difference, to be honest with you. The big difference that I know of is the flighting of the auger seems to be wider, stops further away from the middle.
Okay.
So she'll take the grass, kind of fill the feed rollers fully.
Okay.
I think it does help, to be fair. I think she seems to have a bit better output than the last harvester. The harvester itself is the same. The biggest issue with these harvesters I have, apart from the pickup or the grass out, is the spout.
Right, okay.
It's about the same size in this harvester as on say an 840. And in dry grass, spout can't take the health capacity to clear the grass.
Right, okay. I never realised I heard that complaint before.
Yeah, no, if you get to very dry grass, she's too much power, she'll drive too much into the spout can't take it.
So she literally broke herself from the back end and forward, right? Okay. Maybe you're just driving her too hard.
Never. No, we wouldn't do that. We don't use the power we're given.
Well, that's true. no point buying a 999 used one.
No, exactly. Might as well buy an 880 then.
So, do you always work with 30-foot rows?
Yeah, I don't know, you could do with a bigger row here, alright. But generally speaking, a lot of the time.
You could do with about 4 or 5 of them together.
Here, yeah. But a lot of the time, no. Like the stuff we were out this morning, 30 foot was plenty big enough.
But do you not find yourself with sort of that bigger harvester that she would be fit for about 50, no?
Tried them a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime we tried them, I could still fill the trailer faster in a 30-foot row. I prefer, we're just happier working in 30 foots. Other than that, there's very little difference. I think the crop press roll is a bit different, and the cover is a different dust cover in it.
Are the crop rollers are a wee bit thicker, are they?
They seem to be a bit thicker.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I didn't even know I was getting this header until it came.
Right, okay. This isn't what you ordered then?
I just ordered the same header as I had last year.
Uh-huh.
I have the one, the direct drive, or the variable drive header.
Okay.
With the adjustable, both the tines and the auger speed are adjustable independent of each other. And you can adjust the cab there as well. Now, I found a very good job because the tine, you can adjust the auger speed to match your chop length.
Yes.
You can get your tines to match your forward speed.
Okay.
Which is a great system. And this is what came. It came with they've a few of them out in different places.
Yeah.
Trying different things. So
one in Cornwall or something? Is there 4 or 5 of them floating about the UK at the minute?
I think there's 2 of them. I think as far as I know there's 2 of them, but 2 or 3 of them in Ireland.
Yes.
There's one here, there's one in Galway, and I think there's one up the north. I think they're all slightly different as well.
Right, okay.
Somebody said that to me, but I don't know if that's true or not. But
you can actually see whenever you're sitting here, you actually can notice a bit more width there from your auger, you know.
Yeah, you can. I think that does help because it's going in then a wider swath going into the feed rollers, so you're filling your feed rollers and your drum right across the full width. So I think it does help, to be fair. Like, she does seem to have a bit more output in the heavy grass than
the
last one.
So the likes of all the contractors that this new style header went out to,
yeah.
Do you just have to give your input back to class before anything's released then, or is it just sort of take that and see how it goes? Or
I think it's they were out last week looking for the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens, I don't know. I presume they just they look at the performance of them themselves. I don't know what way they're going to do it. To be honest with you, seems to feel a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But my big issue going back to them was this one don't clear the grass out.
I heard a rumour the other day that they're going to go for a, I don't know if that's called, but it's sort of strike the as a 10 series class.
I heard that, yeah, that it's going to be up to 12, there could be one up to 1300 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll replace the 980 and the 990 as well with that new model.
Yes.
Look, I don't know what I haven't been.
Okay.
I've been told anything officially, and I haven't seen anything. And if you talk to them, they tell you there's what new harvester.
See, I thought you were up there with class. You know, whenever you were getting these free demonstrations, just landing into the yard. You know, I thought you were
free. There's nothing free. I still have to pay for what I have. There's nothing free.
Well, hypothetically, then in the next couple of years, this 10 series class does come along. It was due for a long time, was it not, B?
It's due an awful long time. It's due in a good few years.
You know, whenever you watch the likes of your 1180 Chromes and that coming up, doing the rounds.
I think that's their problem. I think they what they did was, look, these were a great harvester in fairness, and they went from a 970 up to 980, up to 990. And they upped the power, and I think they brought them as far as they could bring them with the current machine. So I'd say they have to go again and redesign it, and apparently it's going to be a complete redesign.
Right, okay.
From front to back. And I suspect that the first stage of it, or this stage, is they're testing the pickups. I believe there could be one of these machines working in America.
Right, okay.
But I don't know. They tend to send them to America and then to Australia for testing.
Way out in the middle of nowhere, nobody to take pictures of it.
Exactly. You couldn't do much around here.
Every man, woman and dog knows what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
How's rough enough out of ground there too to be lifting grass off?
It's very bad. You see, bad winter, poached with cattle out. And all the ground this year that way because it was such a wet spring. It wasn't too bad up to this week because ground was still soft. Ground has gone hard now since in the last week, so you'd really notice it. Now last week you would notice it because the ground was soft, and it would give Cronin, John Deere in fairness, have a much better system for that. They will get the grass out, the class cannot get it out.
So what's this foot pedal here for? I've never seen one of them before.
That's for the walkie-talkie, talking to lads.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of them before.
Never seen one of them before?
No.
We have all the mod cons down the Cork.
These are like the FBI down here.
Yeah. All fancy.
That's right. That's actually quite a good idea. I've seen boys, you know, with the button on the joystick.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
But I've never seen that on the foot now.
Yeah, no, it's on the foot, so just best foot pedaling.
I suppose that foot's lying doing nothing all day.
Huh?
I suppose that foot's doing nothing all day.
That foot is redundant.
Just goes numb. By the
Yeah.
time you get home, huh?
Yeah, you see me have it up like that sometimes.
You'll be walking with a lamp when you get home then, you know.
Yeah.
You'll not be fat to feel it.
It's something for us to do. Yeah, on the way. See?
That is cool now. I do like that.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great job now, in fairness. It's a guy from Galway, Dustin.
Yes. Well, you have some team of trailers on today. You
Yeah.
know, is it always this like crazy?
It depends. If it's a short draw, you might only have 4 or 5. If it's a long draw, you'd have more. You know, if it's a long draw today, so you'd have more. Long draws, you could have 8, 9, 10 drawing. Like a few days we have 9 or 10 drawing. But that would be standard with anybody, you know. Long draws, you'd have more drawing, that's it, just to make the progress.
We were pulling into the yard there about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I was saying to one of the boys, you know, sort of as a joke, you know, I was good at you to send the wee shovel out. And then I sort of think, you know, where do you ever go to where a 435 is a small shovel?
When I bought the other one last year, I was talking to the salesman in ECI, the dealers, and I said something one day. I said, "Yeah, we're going small loader out today," and he was going, "Yeah." I said, "What? There's been small loader." I said, "The 435." He said, "Yeah, like that." Where do you call it? 435 a small loader? But compared to the big one, she is small.
Oh, she is. And funny, that's my first time ever seeing a 457 in the flesh.
Oh, is it?
And you can, whenever the two of them are side by side, you can notice the difference in the two, like.
Oh yeah. Whereas in the picture you won't notice it.
No, she just sort of looks a bit more clumsy or something, but you wouldn't realise she actually has the size she is.
Yeah.
What do you make the 457 now that you have her out this season?
Very happy with her.
Is there a big difference, like a real noticeable difference?
Yeah. In terms of pushing power and packing power and everything, like she really packed the pitch.
Just all round then?
All round. And like she's fast in the pit as well. You think that she might be slow in the pit because of her size and weight. She's not. She's actually pretty fast in the pit. She's actually a great loader in fairness. Because the danger of the big loader is that she'll be clumsy and very kind of slow in the pit, and she's not.
But what sort of farms would you be working with around here? Like, surely they're not all as small as that one earlier on.
Today?
So that one that she's in there at the minute.
Oh no. That's. I only have 2 sheds now. We put the silage into. That's one.
Oh, you only have put into 2s?
Oh, only 2 sheds.
Right. Okay.
All the rest of them are open pits. There'll be very few yards you wouldn't work the big loader in. There are a few, but very few. The only place we won't really work on is the shed.
Well, like, what are a lot of your customers' first thoughts whenever like they see all this big gear landing in the yard? Are they not like, where is this even going to?
No. They're just happy to get silage in and to get it in, and they get it in fast nowadays. They don't want you around all day or 2 days. They want you in and out fast.
Yes.
The gear's got bigger, but the farms can still manage it. Like some of the yards are tight, alright. Some of the pits are very tight, and a few gaps can be tight as well. But it still manages it away.
I was sure you'd hardly worry about gaps when you have no steering axles and trailers. Does that cross your mind at all? No.
Steering axles. It's just more wear and tear, more things to go wrong. That's why we haven't gone bigger than 22 foot. You won't get in bigger than 22 foot without steering axles.
Well, how long do you have the Valtra?
She's not mine.
She's not yours?
No.
Right, okay, and she just hired in?
She's hired in. And that's the end of it.
I was going to say, you must love the ICO stuff, but the Valtra's not yours.
Well, that was a condition. He had to have an Echo tractor.
Yes.
Nice tractor. She's a nice tractor.
She has a nice tractor. They're a nice thing to drive too. So
yeah, beautiful tractor to drive. Like beautiful gearbox in it.
What are your masses? Are they Dyna 6 or VTs?
Dyna 6 and the 2 8S and the Dyna 7s.
Oh, they're Dyna 7s.
They're
So
Dyna
you don't
7s.
work with the Vario at all, or the Fin?
The Fendt is Vario.
Yeah.
The Massies aren't. Well, when I bought the 8Ss, the Vario wasn't out.
Oh, right, okay.
Available.
They're still brave and fresh. I thought they were newish Florida tractors, so they're fresh looking like.
They were bought last year. The Varios are very expensive. If you're buying Vario, you'd probably go and buy a Fendt.
So then, if you're predominantly Massey, what was the theory behind the 2 Fins then?
Well, we always had Fendt. We always had a Fendt in the fleet. Bought originally for setting maize because it's very handy for the maize planters. Stuck with one always and found it hard to justify any more of them. The other ones have caught up a lot in price, so like they are more of better value for money than they used to be.
So what's your season been like so far, Mark? Just in general?
Very, very difficult start because the weather. Everything was running late. slurries running late, fertilizers running late. Maize planting ran very late this year and clashed with the silage. The silage got to a bad start because the weather was bad. We got 3 days at the start. Then we did a week, we did nothing. Got 2 or 3 days, got a bit of work done. Another week, did nothing. It was very broken until the past week. So it was a very difficult start to the season, but it has been, last week now, it's been great because we've had good weather. And you can go out every day and keep working. And that makes an awful difference when the grass dried out, ground dried out. So it's much easier to make progress.
Yes.
Like the first 2 weeks was very hard to make progress. So when you are out, you weren't making progress you should be making.
Well, you were saying after last week that was sort of the end of first cut then. How long, what sort of break has it before second cut starts?
It will be about a month.
So that's that. You park the harvester Friday night, so not be out again for another month then?
We have 2 small bits left to do, 2 bits a days.
Yep.
And that'll be it for a month. That's the way the season goes down here now. First cuts are, I'd say, total this year, 14, maybe 15 days.
Right. It's not much of a window, like.
No, that's the problem with it. The like guys up north have a much bigger window than we do down here because they seem to have a lot more guys cutting more regularly, like cutting 3, 4, 5 cuts. We would probably cut 60, 70, 60% of the acreage we cut for the first cut would be cut for the second cut, and maybe 10% for third cut at most. I don't know the way the grass goes down here or what, but it all just comes in at the same time. Grass that was grazed and grass that wasn't grazed is all being cut at the same time. And if you got the weather, you could do a bit more work, but it's very hard to do more because the season's just gone so short, and that's part of the idea of the bigger harvesters, is to try and get through the acreage.
But why are the seasons so short now? Like, what is the difference between now and 30 years ago?
Maybe 30 years ago, some fellas wanted to go for bulk, or some fellas would go later with fertilizer. Now they all seem to go at the same time, and the stuff that's not grazed is cut maybe between the 5th and 15th of May.
Yep.
And stuff that was grazed is cut between the 15th and the 25th.
I don't
so
know.
it is right, that's it.
Is the boys just wanting to cut because of the quality then, or?
A bit of that, and just I don't know. I think part of it is the grasses they have now. They seem to go to seed faster, and they seem to all mature at the same time. So it just, I'm not sure why, but it has changed anyway, and it makes it much harder. Like when I started at this, you would start the first week of May, and you would go right through to the end of June with the first cuts, and then the second cut to start, and go out right on until the end of August. So just all summer long. Whereas now it's a couple of weeks here and a couple of weeks there. Like we will put just over 200 hours, little over 200 hours per harvest in the first cut. And that's it.
That's nothing, like.
Yeah.
But then how do you start and pay for like that? The next machine, that isn't cheap. Like 200 hours isn't going to.
Oh, that's first cut. Like you put.
Aye.
But that's why you try and get through the acreages in those 200 hours.
Well then, like, say you come the end of the year or 2 years when you're ready to change the harvest again, how many extra hours are you training her in with?
Between first cut, second cut, maize, all that, you might have 1,400, 1,500 hours up.
Aye, so nothing, like.
Very low. But that's the window we work in down here.
Yeah.
And we're all the same. It'll be all over again this week. So it's not a case of take on the whole keep work. It's not there to take on. It's all done. You've got a big harvest down here as well.
Aye, and I'm starting to see all these bigger harvesters put the same amount of grass in a shorter space of time.
Yeah.
But like, how do you even not compete? But like, down here is a very, very contractor dense area. How does so many contractors work with so many big machines? How does it all add up?
It's hard to see how it adds up. It doesn't add up for a lot of people, I'd say.
Well, you're an accountant, so you're meant to know how it adds up.
As I told Garrett years ago, if I was any good as an accountant, I wouldn't be at this.
You must be alright, because you're driving about a 990 in a fleet of Lancet tractors.
Look, they belong to the bank. It is hard to make it add up. It's very hard to make it add up. And I suspect a lot of people are subsidising it from other businesses as well. You know, they're doing other things that are helping subsidise it.
Like lorries or something like that.
Lorries or farming or whatever. And look, you could argue the same, I'm doing accountancy, so that's helping subsidise it.
Yes.
But there are guys with lorries, there are guys with dairy farms, or there's very few doing pure contracting now.
Are you farming at home yourself then, or
No, I don't.
just contracting?
Contracting.
How did-
I rent a bit of ground and grow maize.
Are you originally from a farm or anything?
No,
No.
no.
How did you get into contracting then?
My father did,
Right. Okay.
but we actually lived in the town.
Yes.
We never lived in the farm. He got into it about 50 years ago.
You parked the tractor in the footpath in the evening then?
Probably.
In the evening?
Nearly did. We take it to school some mornings. While working, take the tractor to school. He used to park it out there as a yard he used to work out of, and he used to park the gear out there. But
Yeah.
we actually lived in town. We didn't live out the country at all. It's hard to see where the whole contracting thing is going to go in the next 5 years.
What makes you say that?
Just it's getting harder and harder with the costs and everything, with seasons getting shorter. It's hard to hold on to staff then because the hours aren't there from the, it's very hard to have full-time staff when you don't have to work for them all the time. The weather, the last couple of years have been particularly hard in this game. It's been equally been hard for the farmers as well. Getting much harder to do, say, the silage. When you're out for 3 days and you're stopped for a week, and you're out for 3 days and you're stopped for a week. They're trying to run a business in a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
And yet, you have a time limit as well because it has to be cut by start of June or whatever.
Do you think over the next couple of years there's going to be less and less farmers through the country then too?
Definitely will be less farmers. There's a lot of talk about packing it up with regulation and everything. It's just it's getting very hard for them. Like dairy farmers have had bad milk prices, bad weather, and very heavy regulation the last couple of years. It's making their life much, much harder. And that's impacting on our side of the business then as well.
But surely as long as there's a farmer, there's a contractor like.
I've 2 customers that went away a couple of years ago and bought second-hand harvesters themselves, just to cut their own silage.
But that would be a rare enough thing too, it's not every farmer,
No, it's not every farmer, but there are fellas doing it. But the problem is there's less farmers and less cows, there's less need for contractors.
Mm-hmm.
I know it, but it's any different up the north or not.
I don't think it's easy anywhere, that's the problem. I don't think the boys at the top's going to make it any easier for anybody either.
No, and look, the problem is the margins are poor. Out of milk and beef and everything, the margins are poor.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't have it, they can't pay it. Like you see other businesses there and they just put the price stuff up and they make huge margins. Farmers don't make big margins, so if they're not making it, they can't pay it out for things.
Mm-hmm.
And the same is like the margins just for what's tied up in it are ridiculously low.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love cotton cattle products?
1. Big fields, 10.